This was a very expensive process, and it meant that the central banks of all of the countries involved needed to keep a lot of reserves of all of the other countries involved to make sure they could buy or sell whatever currencies they needed to keep their own currency within an agreed upon price range. Now, this whole thing, at least in theory, was not as stupid as it sounded. By controlling the varying exchange rates between the countries, it would make it a lot easier for businesses to trade and invest across borders without taking on exchange rate risk. If a French company invested in an Italian business and then it doubled in value, that would be great, but if the Italian lira halved in value in that time, then the French firm would be right back to where it started. The exchange rate mechanism made it so that this was theoretically not possible, which did provide a big boost to cross-border interactions between the major economies in Europe. The UK actually did not initially sign up to this scheme when it was first introduced by the European Economic Community, the forerunner to the European Union, in 1979. It took 11 years for the UK to join the agreement after political tensions within the country tossed up the benefits and risks of indirectly pegging their far more dominant global currency to the rest of Europe. 1990 was unfortunately not the ideal time to jump on board the ERM because it coincided with the collapse of the Soviet Union and the reunification of East and West Germany, which might seem completely unrelated, but let's explain. The East, which was a satellite state of the USSR, was far less economically developed than the West, and the new unified Germany had to find a way to lift millions of people out of absolute poverty, modernise massively outdated industries, and build out connective infrastructure, all without destroying the existing economy in the West, which by comparison was doing really well.